Let us see what the synonym of story is. Fable, maybe? Anecdote is good. Drama. Fable. Anecdote is also good. Fable is good. Narrative is good. And novel's not the same. Those are three really good synonyms. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so now we need a really great first sentence for the body. It needs to be very strong because this is the very first thing that the reader will see for the body. So, how do we start this? We could be boring and say first, or firstly, or first of all. We could be boring and say that. Or I can teach you a really great way to start this introduction, which means the same thing as first. How many words is first? Only one. So, girl, you love your hair. So the way to start your introduction, give the main reason that you believe something, and then repeat your topic again. So, I could say the main reason, but main is a little bit boring. So I'm going to say the most significant reason why I fully believe in ghosts and let's go with communication. Let me think of how to do this. The most significant reason why I fully believe in ghosts, and I want to say, and that they exist. And that they exist. But how about I say, and ooh, that's good. Okay. The most significant reason why I fully believe in ghosts and that mankind lives side by side with these beings is, here's what I've done. The main reason I believe in ghosts and that they are real. But I've paraphrased a bit to make more words, to give more word count, and to kind of have stronger meaning, right? So, side by side, 3 words. Side by side. There's a ghost next to you. So, we could say among us, but side by side is actually quite good. So, what does mankind mean? Mankind is what? Thank you. That's a great guess. A great paraphrase for people is mankind. Mankind means people. New vocabulary words. You're going to learn a lot of new vocabulary words today. Okay, so count my words.
64.
I mean, just this. Hey, what happened here? Hey. 21. How many words was that? 21. How many words was first? 1. This is how you play with vocabulary and synonyms and paraphrase. The most significant reason why I fully believe in ghosts and that mankind lives side by side with these beings is now we're going to use Kanika's word. I think, hold on. No, that's wrong. That's the wrong spelling. Anek. Oof. Anecdotes. Okay, so I've kind of just said stories from my relative, but I've paraphrased a bit, and I'm now more specific. Anecdotes from my grandmother. Anecdote means just story. Yep. Huh? She's my grandma. Grandmas don't lie. Ooh. I actually have a really good story for you, though. Later, when we have some time, we're not going to do the whole essay today, just the first paragraph, and then getting into the second sentence of the body, and then we'll be done. And then I'll tell you my ghost story from my grandma's house. And then you'll know my grandma's for real. For real. Okay, so I've given the general idea again. You only want to repeat the topic like this in the first sentence in the body. You want to be not so specific in the next parts of the body. So now am I done? I'm done, huh? Now! What do I need to do? I've got to give you an example. What would my example be? I got to tell you the story, right?
Yes.
Are you interested?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, here's the story. And then we're going to put it on paper. My grandmother had this gift, this ability. Look at Ling's like bullshit. Just listen. And then I'll tell you the story later. But I'm going to tell you kind of like the general story. Like my grandmother, after my grandfather died, I never met my grandfather. But my grandmother used to tell us stories of how, you love your hair, of how she used to talk to my grandfather even after he died. And not just talk to him, but he would talk back. I don't know if she could see him. I don't know that part, but I do know that they could have conversations together. So that is my grandma's story. Now, later, after we finish this part and go to the second part of the body, I'll tell you a really, really good story. A really good, true ghost story. Anecdote. That means story. Vocabulary.
Yeah. About the example.
Yep. I'm gonna do it now. Yeah.
We need to write a whole story.
No. That's gonna be like a narrative. Just give an example and move on. So here's how to do it. When I was a child. Okay, I have a question for you. Here I have the verb is. Verb to be is. What tense is this? My question to you is, why is it present tense and not past tense? I still believe this, right? Right. My story is going to be past tense, and usually your support will be past tense. Could be present perfect, but generally it will be past tense. But the reason this is because I still believe this. That's why. Okay? So when I was a child, I don't want to repeat grandmother again. Grandma.
Granny.
My granny! A boot. Have we used interactions already?
Yes.
Conversations? Okay, here's the problem with often. It's not a really, really, really good, strong word. So I'm going to replace often with regularly. What's the word for talk? Converse. Oh, that's good. Converse with them. I just made it up. This is BS, by the way. Okay. So here's what I've done. The examiner, your family. The examiner doesn't know my family. The examiner doesn't know your stories. The examiner doesn't know my stories. So as long as you can support and you can BS, but the BS story has to be believable. When I was a child, I went to my grandfather and he came back as a ghost and killed me and my whole family. You can't say that. It's not believable. This is quite believable, you know? Yeah. Yeah. You could, if you want. If you want a word count, you certainly could. If you want to increase your word count, yeah, so let's do that. I'm going to go with, okay. For example, when I was a child, my granny used to tell me about our conversations with my grandfather, even after his passing. His passing means what? He died. I could just say after he died. But after his passing, verb ing, after, you could even say after his death. Right? That's all right. But his passing is kind of more formal and will help you with your vocabulary score. Okay, so here's what I've done. General idea 1 is finished. Have I given examples to support? Give me a synonym for grandma. Or grandmother. Give me a synonym for often. Regularly. Give me a synonym for story. Oh, already. Die. Talk. There we go. Good. Issues. Problems. Matters. Right. Good. So I could say family problems or family issues. Matters is a better vocabulary word for issues or problems. Issues. Issues is good. Matters is better. What are you doing, Mike? I'm swimming. Right now. It's good smell. We maybe could finish the second paragraph today. Am I done with my first paragraph of my body? Yes. I'm done. Now what happens? So what happens in the second paragraph of the body? General idea number 2. Now I'm going to start the news report. Talk about the news report. Which news report? You don't know, but you will know. So how do we start the second sentence, or the first sentence of the second paragraph of the body? Boring, but we could. We could say another reason. I'm going to teach you a better way, and to add one word. Ooh! You could certainly say furthermore, additionally, another reason. But an additional reason gives you more words. An additional is higher level vocabulary than another. Can live if living is without gently. Can live. I can't live anymore. Can't live. Living is without Jet Li. What? Am I gay? What's that? Okay, an additional reason for my beliefs. Have I used belief yet?
Yes.
Have not. Have I?
No, not yet. I just kidding.
Maybe I have. I have to check. I have not. But let me check. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, my belief has an S because I have more beliefs. I believe in ghosts, and I believe they can communicate with people. Those are my beliefs. If you want to put my belief, it also would be okay. That's fine. Belief or beliefs. I've got 2 beliefs here. So what's my additional reason for my beliefs? Yeah. Abu. Oh, new word. Paranormal. Oh, thank you for my candy, Jeff. Thank you so much. What? Candy? Paranormal is a synonym for ghost. Extra normal. No, that's not. That's me. I'm abnormal. Okay, so an additional reason for my beliefs is from watching news reports about the paranormal. Or I could just be boring and say, secondly, next, furthermore. But this gives me more words and a very strong opening sentence for the next paragraph. Typing all this in? Serious? Wow. Or are you chatting with your boyfriend?
No.
Okay. Okay. So now what do I need to do? I need to give you an example. So I'm going to specifically do something, and I'm going to ask you why I'm doing it after I do it. Broadcast. Ooh. Okay, here's what I've done. I paraphrased report to broadcast because I've used report already. So I've given you specific information about the news station. Why did I do that? Think about it. Why do I have this here? I want to be really specific because I want you to do what? Right. Woo! I want to make it more believable. This is why I've given you a really specific example here. More believable. So a broadcast on the news station captured voices. Ooh. Hold on, I'm not ready yet. saying the same thing. Okay, a broadcast on the news station captured voices coming from an elderly gentleman's television set after the device was switched off. This report event was proven to be authentic. Ooh, it's good. I'm done. Not a hoax. What are you saying? I'm saying words. Oh, evidence is a good way. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to use evidence next. That's a good word. Okay, a broadcast on the news station, KTLA, captured voices coming from an elderly gentleman's television set. I could have just said, instead of elderly gentleman, what's an easy way to say that? Elderly gentleman is a great paraphrase for what? Old man, right. I could have just said an old man, but elderly is a better paraphrase. So what I've talked about here is a story that is BS. There's no report, but this is BS. It's not a real story, but it looks like a real story because I got that. So what's happened here is I've told you a story on the news about a man who was talking to his TV, but the TV was off, and the news cameras caught that on film. That's what I've told you here. And what's a synonym for fake? What's a synonym for real? Authentic. Very good. Okay, we'll stop here for today, and then I'll tell you my for real ghost story. Ooh. Sorry. Can't live without a mask on my face. I can't live.